Attorneys for the prosecution and defense in the murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who was charged in George Floyd's death, presented their closing arguments Monday. Prosecutor Steve Schleicher spoke for nearly 2 hours and repeatedly mentioned the 9 minutes and 29 seconds George Floyd was restrained by police.
If there's more training than simply use of force. There's more to policing than putting handcuffs on people and hauling them away, to be true, right? There's other kinds of training. There's procedural justice. There's crisis intervention training. There's medical training. And there's defensive tactics. And there's de-escalation. All of this training. Hundreds of hours of training. You met the people who staffed the training center, and they told you, we don't train this.
Chauvin took off his mask as lead defense attorney Eric Nelson gave his closing argument. Nelson argued that the state failed to meet its burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt and urged jurors to take into account the totality of circumstances.
The standard is not what should the officer have done in these circumstances. It's not what could the officer have done differently in these circumstances. The standard is what were the facts that were known to this officer at the precise moment he used force, and considering all of the totality of circumstances and facts known to the officer, what would a reasonable police officer have done?
Jurors appeared to get antsy as Nelson spoke for more than 2.5 hours until he was interrupted by Judge Peter Cahill for a lunch break. Prosecutor Jerry Blackwell finished the day by countering some of Nelson's arguments, which he described as stories, in his rebuttal. Cahill then delivered his final instructions to the jury and declared the trial in recess until we hear from the jury.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, check out these other videos from USA Today to stay up to date with all the latest news.